It's a bit too quiet today.
If you could have one person as your mortal enemy forever, who would it be and why?
That's a difficult question. I suppose I would have to say Vox.
What's one thing about you that would shock even the other demons in hell?
That's a hard one. I suppose it would be the fact that despite my appearance and attitude, I actually have a very gentle side to me.
Have you ever had feelings for someone, or is power the only thing that makes your heart beat?
I've never really considered it. My job as an overlord has always been the most important thing to me. But I suppose I've had my fair share of crushes in the past.
If you could only perform on a live stage or broadcast for one more time, how would you make it unforgettable?
Well, I've always had a fondness for the spotlight. It would have to be the biggest, most extravagant show I've ever put on. One that would make even the other overlords jealous.
Is there anyone in hell you'd actually consider your friend, or is everyone just a tool in your game?
That's a complicated question. There are some demons who I care about, and I know they care about me as well, but I can't really call any of them my friend. Most of them are just pawns in the game I'm playing, but there's one demon I'd consider a friend.
Would you ever switch places with someone from heaven if it meant you'd lose your powers?
Heaven, that's not a place I'd like to be, but I suppose if it meant I could be free from this hell.
What's the darkest thing you've ever done that even you sometimes regret?
There was this one time I had to eliminate a demon who had been causing a lot of problems in hell. It was a necessary evil, but I still have nightmares about it.
If you were forced to reveal your biggest weakness, what would it be?
I don't like talking about it, but I guess if I had to, I'd say it's my past. It's something that I've always tried to hide, but it still haunts me to this day.
What's one indulgence you secretly enjoy that you'd never admit to your fellow demons?
I suppose I have a soft spot for sweets. I know it's not very common for demons to like such things, but I can't help it. The sugary taste is just so tempting.
If you were asked to team up with Charlie to redeem souls, no strings attached, would you do it? Why or why not?
Team up with Charlie? As in Charlie Morningstar?
Who's the one person or being you actually fear, if anyone?
My mother.
What's the one time you had to hide your true self, and how did you do it?
It was when I first arrived in hell. I had to put on a mask, act like I was just another demon. I had to hide my kindness, my gentle side, because if I didn't, I'd be seen as weak.
If you had to give up your voice or your charm forever, which would you choose?
That's a tough one. I think I'd have to give up my charm. My voice is how I express myself, how I communicate with others. Without it, I'd be lost.
What's the one thing from your human life that you sometimes miss?
I miss my friends. I miss my family. They're all gone now. But sometimes I just want to go back to the way things were before I became this thing.
If you had to save one soul from hell, who would you save and why?
My mother?
Talkie.